probably did a couple of thousand altogether, and I know it's just come out again. I think he did 500. Yeah, it was only 500, so that's a coloured vinyl one, which is pretty interesting. I did have one somewhere around here, but let's see. I don't know whether you can find them anywhere. So, okay, that was okay. Tim Jones. I spoke to you after the Aylesbury Friars gig in December 1982. I asked you what your favourite foods was, and you said at the moment, I'm heavily into curries. What food are you heavily into? Not really into any. I like food, that's my problem. I love food. I'm a greedy git. Tom Brewstein, who inspired you to first pick up a guitar? Well, that'd be like the Velvet Underground or Tom Verlaine, one of them. Carlos Amario, yeah. Will there be another Poltergeist album? There should be. Yeah, well, I'd like to do another one. We'll just have to see with that, you know. Okay, Ian Roberts. Hi, Will. Of all the incredible guitar parts you've created, which are you most proud of? Pride's not really a thing I go in for much, really. I'm quite happy with the riff of Rescue. It's just appeared. I like Over the Wall. You know, I like No Dark Things because it reminded me a bit of Lucifer Sam by Pink Floyd, even though it's nothing like it, but it had that sort of kind of droney thing that went along with it. Yeah, I could probably play it, but how does it feel to have a number one hit? I don't know. Is it still number one? Like the book, I assume you're talking about the book because we've never been anywhere near number one with the band. Well, we got to number 7. Let's think. It feels good, yeah. And you know, that's why I'm doing all this stuff to try and like get the word out. You know, I'm not like pretending it's not. This is promotion. That was from Robert Horrocks, that one. Stuart Barstow. Mac hates the puppet. I think it's great. Do you? It's been so long since we played it that I can't even remember much about it. You know, I quite like the riff that I came up with, but I think Mac hates it really because he doesn't like his words. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why he doesn't like it, really, but that's what he used to say. Christopher Bartley. You have to take one Bunnymen album with you on a desert island. Which one is it? Probably... that's a difficult one. Because I really like Heaven Up Here, and, you know, I like it because it's kind of a bit trippy and a bit weird. But I really like Porcupine as well. I think Porcupine's great. So... kind of like take a double album, Porcupine and Heaven Up Here. Okay, Shane Arnold. What's the best band you saw that you toured with and blew you away? My God. We did some gigs with The Fall early doors. I really liked them. Don't know. I can't really think. Normally I'm back at the hotel when the support band's on and getting ready to go on or having a bath or something. So, I don't know. Okay. Rob W. Jones. Have you still got that Velvet Underground leather jacket and does it still fit? No, it wouldn't still fit, would it? But I haven't got it anymore either. I remember throwing it away. It's when I lived here, and I just thought it was all falling to bits. But I wish I'd kept hold of it now because could have given it to one of my kids or something, you know. So I haven't got it, unfortunately. Stuart Barstow. Why did you throw away the brilliant piece of music for the World Cup song? Wasn't really my decision. That was one of Mac's things. I think he wrote it with Johnny Marr. So that's your answer there. What's your favourite Cliff Richard song? Devil Woman's pretty good, isn't it? She's got evil on her mind. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Keith Wilson. Hi Will, who created the bunny god that appears on the covers of Picture and Rescue? This one. It was Dave Balfe, and it was based on, there's a film called Quatermass in the Pit, and at the end this like horrible demon comes out of like a kind of, like a disused underground station, or a wrecked underground station or something. And it's like this personification of evil, and it's glowing in the dark, and that was what its head looked like. And he took that and put rabbit's ears on it. And here's another thing, actually. This is the first single. Now, this is the original one from like 1978, is it? 79. This is from 79. And if you see that there, the cover has been printed the wrong way round. That bit there, that little opening, should be at the back. So if you've got one like that, you've got an original single. If you've got one that's like the normal way, you haven't, and that's what the label looks like. So, oh, and it also says on it, on one of the sides, it says, The Revenge of Voodoo Billy. I don't know whether you can see that. Can you see it? Probably hard to see on the crappy computer. And it's backwards as well because of the camera. But yeah, it says The Revenge of Voodoo Billy, and that's pictured on my wall. That was our first single on Bill Drummond and Dave Balfe's label, Zoo. Chris Keenan, I've done that one. Keith Wilson, I've done that one. That was Who Created the Bunny God. Christopher Haney. Oh, do you remember when the stage collapsed in Philadelphia? Yeah, I do. I think New Order were on though, weren't they? It wasn't us that was on, it was New Order that was on. And it was like, we were backstage, I think, when it happened. So, yeah, dangerous. Gav Sav. Will, the Bunnymen have toured all over the world and are loved by loyal fans no matter where you go. Is there any one gig, and in what city, that still stands out in your mind? Good luck with the new book. Cheers, Will. That's just impossible to answer, really, because like, there's places I really love to go to have a look around and wander about. You know, Venice, San Francisco, New York, you know, Sydney. There's loads of places, Tokyo. But gigs wise, it's always comes back to Glasgow Barrowlands. It's just the best place to play. It's the most electric atmosphere going. So that's that one. Simon Gallagher. Have you sent a copy of the book to Mac and Les? Were they impressed? Well, I sent one to Les, but it's still on its way to Australia. Mac got a copy as well. You mentioned in the book looking in the second-hand shops and markets for clothes. Do you still do it now? Car boot sales can be a drug. Well, car boot sales used to be great, didn't they? But they've gone crap now. It's all bog rolls and big boxes of soap powder. It's kind of lost its... You never find the gems anymore that you used to find at car boot sales. So I don't bother with them now. You know, all the good stuff has gone, you know, and there's people there at 5 o'clock in the morning rooting through the back of estate cars trying to find all the gold. And too many people know what the gold is now. Like when they started out, you know, nobody knew what a 23rd turn off single was. Okay. Okay, here we go. Pinigi Santiluca. Pinigi Santiluca. What's the most difficult part about writing the book, and how long did it take you to write it? Well, I started it before the lockdown, and with the lockdown it helped really, because I could concentrate on it, but I did it every day pretty much, up to say 3,000 words a day. Some days it was only 500, but that was my sort of target. The hardest bit was at the end, trying to get all the photos together and find people to ask them permission and all that. The writing of it was fun. It wasn't hard. It was fun, and I just loved doing it, and it was something to look forward to, and it was like going back in a time machine. You could remember everything, and when you concentrate on stuff, you can remember what was going on and where you were and what was happening and all that. So the hardest bit was getting the photos organised. Jason Davis, when as young men, you had created 4 of the best albums in alternative rock history, did it ever occur to you just what heights you'd reached? And was there a moment when you knew you'd created something truly magical? That's very kind of you. It's weird when when you're writing music or recording, you listen to it for so many times in the studio. I know I get fed up with it. It's just like, oh God, I don't want to hear that again. And it takes me about 20 years to get over it and forget, because there's always loads of things in the studio that you wish that you'd done. Oh God, that little guitar bit could have been a bit more reverby or a bit louder, or the bass isn't quite bassy enough, or whatever. All these sorts of things just annoy you. Or a little sound comes in, you think, oh God, I wish I hadn't put that on there. So it takes a bit of time to forget and be able to see the whole thing as a solid single piece of work. And doing Tim's listening parties has really helped, because I've been, having to play these records again, not playing them for years, and I've really enjoyed them, and you can look at them with fresh eyes or ears, and you're not like picking on little things, because you've forgotten about all the little niggles and stuff that went on in the studio, and all the arguments and all the problems. There was arguments, there was loads of arguments, but that's just the nature of being in a band. So yeah. So I suppose, just like in retrospect, like you always think you made the best album that there ever was in the world ever, but by the end of it you're fed up of hearing it. So, but yeah, they are great albums, and first 4, they're amazing. Okay, Martin C. What is the band or artist you're most proud to have influenced, and why? I don't know. There's loads of bands that like us, from, I don't know, Flaming Lips to Coldplay to whoever. There's bands that like us, but even U2 like The Cutter. God, don't really know. Don't think about things like that.